100 yards receiving so far and looking for more. It's the Seahawks and the Cards. All that and more coming up.
Alongside Brock Heward in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, we usually at this point talk about a quarterback, talk about a game-breaking running back, a home run hitter when it comes to wideouts. No. Today, before this one, we're talking about a couple of tight ends.
And what a great game it is, Kate, to spotlight that position because we have two of the league's best. And when you go back and you watch the tape after the fact, when the ground game's running wild, it's usually these tight ends making blocks. When the passing game is getting it done, well, they play a role in the air as well. They don't get the headlines like you talked about, but these guys, man, they are cornerstones of their offense.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Running on second with Montgomery. And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Ryan, Seahawks bringing the pressure, and they got him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He'll start from the 39. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. At the helm, someone entrusted to lead this group in just his first season. Their rookie out of LSU.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, and a big old win last week.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty clear here by these 2 play calls. The offense, they wanted to attack this secondary in the passing game. But this defense, well, they more than respond. It's got them in great shape to make a stand right here on 3rd down and finish off a brisk 3-and-out to begin the game.
He's got it inside the 25. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba with a touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's Raymond on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now he gets set to see the Cardinal offense for the 2nd time. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening 1st down as they take the field a 2nd time. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. He shot his shot, Brock, but they couldn't connect. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
Pressure's there, and he goes down again. They'll punt it away again. Blake Gillikin coming back to the field. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. The return begins on their side of midfield. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Seahawks football. Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Here we go.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. Second down now, 7 to go.
Let's go.
Running with Walker again. And they take him down right along the 30. They gain 14 on the play. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Back now, pressure on its way. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it sets up Seattle with first down. Running left, here's Walker. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop to run like that for a tackle for loss.
On 2nd and 12 now. Cut near the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. We're a quarter of the way through on the... Back now for the second quarter. And the Seahawks, they have got to look towards the end zone. Tight end going in motion here. Walker. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Trying again, Walker. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks take a 13-0 lead. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one splits the uprights, and the Seahawks double their lead to 14. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's Raymond on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 28, connects with Johnson. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. Murray to throw here on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Cardinals out for the punt. Blake Gillikin will kick it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fields this at the 19. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Seahawks headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And no one has been better than him at finding the end zone through the air all year. He's leading this league in passing touchdowns late in our season. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Let's go now.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Gets this one to Shaheed. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Setting up a throw. Launches one deep downfield. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They are throwing it again. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Let's go.
It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
He got just enough of that one to make it count. Anything less, and that falls short. From that distance, though, you don't really care. You'll take the field goal no matter how it looks.
Here's Raymond on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Reek Woolen with the INT. And the Seahawks take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, that's what you call making the best out of a pretty messy situation. You hate to give the ball away, but that's a tremendous effort to bring the defender down right away and minimize the damage with very little return.
Throwing now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it sets up second down.
Here we go, Shaq.
They'll throw it. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Go.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. That's caught for the first. And they're going to bring him down just as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Go. Check out.
Here's Walker running right. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Give him 4 yards, and that moves him that much closer. 2nd and goal now from the 2. Walker. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Seahawks boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks make it a 24-point ball game. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's Raymond on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out ahead the Cardinals now on offense. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. 1st and 10, Murray. Seahawks bringing the pressure, and they got him. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. Another try following the sack. Gets this to Johnson. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. All right, back to the ground game here. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Blake Gillikin on to punt. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. Starts the return at the 34. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Taking a shot deep down the field it goes. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Come on, set.
Pass play coming here. Throwing deep for the end zone. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Took his shot at 6 that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
on 3rd and long. He's looking deep once again. This is caught inside the 15. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before halftime. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! Seahawks piling it on, going into halftime. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful...
Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the 2nd half. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, go!
Airing it out to start this drive. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Finds Smith-Njigba. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Back to throw now. He lets one fly deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He'll throw it yet again. He's trying to go deep again. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Taken in by Shaheed. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Has it at the 7. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Defense still reeling from that last play. Now they're defending first and goal from the 3. Walker will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He's got it! It's a Seattle touchdown! Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's Raymond on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Murray on the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. First time this game they've looked to him. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Murray. He's got Harrison. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Running out of the gun with Montgomery. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Seahawks bringing the pressure, and they got him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone. I know in hoops, sometimes shooters say that hoop looks and that basket looks enormous. Right? I know on a golf course you're thinking, man, everything is a birdie. For this guy today, 4 touchdowns on the ledger, he's made it look easy.
Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Staying with Walker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. This one goes for 3 yards. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They go play action here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Let's go now. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth.
Here we go, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Here's Kyler to throw. Pass brought in by Amari Cooper. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up. Play action now. Murray. Offense isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Throwing off the play fake here. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Yeah, this defense is seeing a vulnerable offense right now, an offense that can't protect itself. First and foremost, before you do anything else, you've got to make sure you account for everybody. And right now, this defender, he's taking this game over. After I'd imagine dozens and dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Shaheed now to return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Nope. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready?
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. They go play action on 1st. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
This is Walker on 2nd. Open space inside the 40. And as this play goes out of bounds, all eyes turn to that flag on the field.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit.
Automatic 1st down.
1st and 10 for him now following the penalty. They've got a man in motion. Running it after the penalty. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Seahawks continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's Raymond on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Cardinals' offense making its way out. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Gets this one to Harrison. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The big play nets them 17 yards. And it'll be first down, Arizona. Now Kyler. That's complete to the back, David Montgomery. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Cardinals first down. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Cardinals trying to do some window dressing. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Blitz coming here, Brock. It's Murray. And he's able to get this down to the 13. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. They'll come up first and 10. Back to the air, Murray. This will be caught by Cooper. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Seahawks pick it up! Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10. Set it. 19 tight. 19 tight. Take over.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's loaded another one up. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
3rd and long for him here. Gets this one to Shaheed. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st to 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Trying for it, it's Walker. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on down. 1st and 10, Murray. Seahawks bringing the pressure, and they got him. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. That one complete to Hopkins. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Kyler throwing here. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play. All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. He connects downfield on 4. Touchdown, Arizona. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but Coach will always, always emphasize effort on the field.
Personal
Reaching
foul.
that end zone to end an
Roughing the
already
kicker.
decided game,
Defense.
that is effort with a capital E.
That's no way to end a game, right, Brock? Can't have a defensive penalty on the final play, so an untimed down coming up. So it's a win for the Seahawks. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on